Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money, was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see... Consider us even, old pal.
Well, that fellow certainly seemed
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better...
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the
At least this won't be boring.
Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose.
Now, I, for one, was
What? Do you want to shake its hand?
Yeah, can we talk about the arm? I want to take bets on how the guy lost.
That ain't really that fella's arm, right?
Well, I'm not cleaning it up.
Cleanup service request processed. Disposal of human...
Simulating disgust. How distasteful. Humans, Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to...
He liked to show off his battle scars.
He was also the 4th best paid freelancer in the city. This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Don't worry, little fella. We're mostly law-abiding folk. Oh no, we should...
Weary. This unit is under construction. Thank you for your patience.
Incoming!
Complete.
Those big empty windows. Feels like the building's watching me. Oh, Law, I'm getting goosebumps. Captain. Something here don't feel right.
Entering quiet
Oh my
mode.
law. This is just like that episode of Virginia Yang, Girl Detective, where the old fella dies and his nurse inherits his house. Why don't we find him?
Dear Wilhelmina, I hope this letter finds you well. No, it's too stilted. It sounds like I'm writing to request a loan. Dearest Wilhelmina, I regret to tell you... Law, no, that's worse. When have I ever called her dearest? She's my daughter. This should be easy. How can a mother not know how to talk to her own daughter? My love, I can no longer... For your safety, I must... Oh, hell. Even if she despises me for what I had to do, I should still be able to say goodbye. Minnie, I have to leave, and I don't intend to come back.
So who the devil are you? You don't say. Well, do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright. I hate to drink alone, and this is my... That's right. The Gorgon asteroid is pretty to look at, but evil to the core. I raise a glass to my adversary out of... To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. Now, what brings you to my house, handsome? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages. A severed arm? How positive. Really? Huh? Now this severed limb... Aha! I can only think of one man daring enough to... Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. But if something happened to him... Oh... I sent Lucky on a dangerous mission to the Gorgon asteroid. Whoever found his remains must have wanted to inform the next of kin. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really... Settling an old score. How would you like to be my new freelancer?
You offer work to everyone who breaks into your home?
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing... The man lost an arm! Of course, Gorgon is a treacherous place, and my own family's involvement with it has been fraught. Allow me to lay out the facts. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. I wish I could... One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives.
It must have been real hard on you.
Thank you. Ambrose ladies are supposed to be resilient to the unexpected. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the... Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's. We're going to drag the truth kicking and screaming into the light. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon. I believe you're the first person to ever side with me against the... When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown. I've never understood why, but Gorgon is teeming with marauders. Then there's the test subjects. Those who survived anyway. Ravenous creatures. I told him everything I've told you. Just the... It's sure to be a... Still, you're smart to ask. Lucky spent most of our time to... But you won't let me down. Perhaps we should cut the Q&A There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad. The Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room.
Oh, you think maybe they got a little mascot? Like...
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this. Finally, I get to put my inheritance. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels. A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage...
Mysterious heiress, unexpected gainful employment. It's like...
SAM units cannot perform any jobs that have not been accepted by the register.
How do you do? Someone's been snooping around. Not that I mind. When I left home, I wanted Mother and Father to know the conditions of my return. I left this place with every intention of return. When I arrived, I was the toast of the town. I opened a small firm to help young, impressionable heirs manage... Yes, that wasn't part of the plan. I thought I would find success in Byzantium. Instead, I must look for redemption. Gorgon happened. With Mother's downfall, so too fell my influence in society. I sold the business. That plan, as you reminded me of better times. Regrettable, I know. We used to have a staff to maintain the grounds. Not just auto mechanicals, either. Father loved his salt tuna. When they moved here from Byzantium, Mother told me he was heartbroken to learn there was no sport. Hideous, isn't it? I've been meeting. Spacer's Choice agreed to double Mother's research budget if she subjected her family to product placement. Very. Be sure and close.
Running diagnostic error.
Stars. Don't it make you feel small in the best way?
I got supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared. You looking for supplies, stranger? Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one round here. Let me know. Huh? Oh, you don't... Damn alarm's been hollering. You know, I don't dream anymore. I won't stop you if you want to have a go at it. I know, because even Von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. And I seen that tough son of a gun.
neutralized. Preparing for extermination. This unit is current. Please. Feeling a little rough around the edges? Try have a better. This you please error. Tilt alarm. Please do not. This unit is please return later. Have a better.
Come here. Let's have a chat. Don't want to... Fine. You're... All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can. Good. Look up. You're doing swell. Good enough for me. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to the ones who come back. They aren't always the same men or... First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they... After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. This is the Sprat Shack, the most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, we're the only hospitable place on this rock. I want to keep it that way. That's why we... Just don't ask me. Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer.
That's us.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelance. Something bad happened here. Spacer's choice was developed. Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10-1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old lab. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so watch yourself.
This place smells like Felix's birth.
You're a... That was my salvage trip. Don't...
I risked my life sneaking around Marauders to claim that wreck.
Now you've done it. Eat...
All right, that's enough. This is a family establishment.
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna...
It's the same fight every day. 5 years we've been at this. Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly or I'll
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout, and we'll settle this later on our own.
It's no good to leave a fight unresolved. Would you do me a favor and weigh in as a third party? I can use an... Freddy?
I'll start, seeing as I... Oh, very formal. Freddy the Scab.
Junkyard Trixie. Also a salvage freelance.
So, just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside, right? I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
When I found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders. So I snuck around and added my tag.
For the record, when I heard the marauder... Sorry.
Anyway, I drew next in the dirt. Wouldn't surprise me in the least.
In all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy... You've heard it from them both, so...
Thank you.
Blah.
You'll pay for this.
Here's a 6-pack on the house, plus your fee. Maybe now we'll finally get some... Come and...
That's my captain.
Ain't fair. That salvage was mine first.
Are you my agent on the ground? All right. I've been sent to meet a certain...
Did you bring the payment?
I don't know.
You, think the folks here like strangers? Because some of them are looking at us like, maybe not.
Sorry about Freddy and Trixie. When they're not fighting over... They like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, welcome to the Sprat Shack. First... Bottoms up. Rumor has it you're the one who put Lilia Hagen 6 feet under. Any truth to that?
She's got us dead to rights, Captain. Might as well be honest.
Well? Ugh, tough break. I hope you catch whoever did the job. Hagen was a wild card. Powerful, but unreliable.
You didn't hold a service or nothing?
I assume you're here for salvage. Can't help you there. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the... Lucky. Sure, I knew him. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation. The way he talked about the job, you just knew Lucky had hit pay dirt. Not that I was awful You really want to hear my story? Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll. Get this, the canid was chewing on an... I'm a bartender. Attention to detail. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph. That meant I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal Third floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie. Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's what they say adrenatime came from here. Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the second floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab. He's been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. He didn't tell me and I didn't ask. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind. Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's... Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her. What are friends for, eh? I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out, and the weirdest thing of all, adrenatime still hit the market. Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal. When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone You got... You seeing...
Jerome would have loved this place. You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here. You're kidding, right? This rock is littered with... I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are... looking for something out there. It is to me. My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. No, we're good. In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hill. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. As soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. Here, a quick stop. This place is greedy. I took my Jerome. I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract, and he carried it wherever he went. I know. No point in denying it, he died on this rock. Likely, I don't like to imagine what happened. You'd really do that for me? Law. I don't have much, but if you help me... Jerome used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the main... Yeah? That old flirt? Yeah, I let him buy me a drink or two. He fell asleep with his head on my shoulder. That man had... He bragged about having the key to some sort of maintenance area in one of the old buildings. I never saw it, so I just assumed he was talking himself up. He also asked if I wanted to see something gross. He put on quite a front, but I think he was weary. Guess we were kindred spirits. The lab coats kept quiet about the project, but the air was charged with excitement. You could feel... I wanted to change the world. A tenfold boost to worker productivity with no side effects? I don't know what went wrong, but when the shit hit the...
Clean up the competition.
I heard a rumor the board is gonna shut this place.
Huh, who's this now? Wonder if they could... Ah, who am I kidding?
What's the story with this place anyhow?
Used to be a shipping warehouse. Supplies came...
Are you crazy?
Holy shit, a fresh face. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but... Some kind. Got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board. And the rest, writing real life. When the project fell apart, Spacer's Choice refused to extract me. Listen, I hate asking for handouts. If you're going back out there, do you think...
Dr. Wellsane.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby. I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little but when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. In terms of... Right on the... Look at me, I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. Help me get my recordings back so I... No shit? Alright. One of them I stashed in the... I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment. You'll find it... It's in the main lab. The final one is in human inquiry. It's tucked behind a pipe and up. Strength to your sword arm, friend. And thank you.
What have you got there?
Adrenatime, I think. Found some in an old busted crate.
Someone's in here. Oh, lol. It's coming back up again.
So,